Hi, my name is Steve Kilburn. I am the Grant Projects Director at the Chautauqua County Department of Mental Hygiene. And as a part of my work, I oversee the Chautauqua Substance Abuse Response Partnership, a collaborative effort of agencies from across our county working in prevention, treatment, recovery, and harm reduction, all working together to address addiction in Chautauqua County. We have been putting together this series of videos that we call Let's Heal Together, Conversations to Combat Addiction. And today I'm very happy that we have a conversation with Laurie Fenton. Laurie is a psychiatric nurse practitioner at the Resource Center. The Resource Center has services available in both the Jamestown area and the Dunkirk area. And these include individual counseling, medical services, and the PROS program, Personalized Recovery-Oriented Services for people who are struggling with addiction. Well, let's turn now to our conversation with Laurie Fenton. Well, Laurie, thank you so much for taking time today to talk. I'm going to let you introduce yourself and what you do at the Resource Center.
I am Laurie Fenton. I am a nurse practitioner in psychiatry. I've been in this position for 8 years. I have worked in every program that we have, and I do medication-assisted treatment for individuals who are struggling with addiction. It's probably one of my passions. I enjoy seeing people recover.
So let's say I was struggling with something and determined that I got to get some help. Where would I start? What would I do first?
Call and make an appointment.
Okay.
Walk in. We take crisis appointments. So if you could come in, you could make an appointment. We would get you set up. You would meet with a counselor to get some intake stuff. And then depending on what the situation is, I mean, if it's an immediate need, then, we'll get them in, we'll see them, and we'll start.
So it's a prompt process, I guess, is what I'm hearing you say. Yeah. No, that is excellent, that the availability, first of all, the effectiveness of treatment is real and demonstrated. And then the access to it, it's available. There was perhaps a time where maybe I would get an appointment in 3 weeks if I called, or not be able to find somebody, that was able to or willing to prescribe something that would help me. But that's not true today.
It's like whatever we can do to make this work, we try our best. It's a very personal situation. You can't normalize it with other people's, with their journey, because your journey might be totally different.
The treatment that you folks provide there at the Resource Center, and I want you to talk more about this, but it sounds like very individualized, very patient and patient-centered. Yeah. Talk about that it's not like our way or the highway kind of.
No, and it's not. Everybody got to this point with some sort of a trauma. It's all trauma-based. Nobody's ever said, I'm going to be a heroin addict. And the trauma might have been in the form of an accident where they got painkillers from their doctor. The trauma might have been, abused as a child, sexual abuse, trafficked, all kinds. Trauma can show up in many different ways. But usually the basis of an addiction is trauma. We get them into the counseling aspect. We start working on the trauma. We have counselors here who specialize in EMDR. Once they can get through that, then they can put the trauma away. Yes. And doesn't need to be dealt with because you've dealt with it. Mm-hmm. Two, we have our PROS program, which is a higher oversight, or intensity.
It's a more intense level of care.
Right. Mm-hmm. So they come in and they can see the doctor there, get on the MAT, and they come into the program, they attend personal and group counseling. You come in as much as you want or as little as you want, and meet with, friends. It is a good place, especially if you're in recovery, for meeting people who are also in recovery.
The thought that kind of the opposite of addiction is connection is a real truth, and the program like PROS it just meets that need so head on, and
gives you opportunity to have possibly work with somebody on getting employment, which is a big thing, because when you're employed, it helps with your self-esteem, and you feel good about yourself.
Mm-hmm.
We have the luxury in PROS to go out into the community. If somebody can't come to us, we can go to them. And I've had a lot of the people that come to me have started in the PROS program, and then they've been, they graduate and they continue in the counseling, and they continue with the Suboxone, and it's a really good program.
It is. I think that the PROS program is, kind of a, unfortunately, best kept secret in some respects. In other words, for those who aren't familiar with it, it's a shame, because it's such an excellent program and provides, as you've described, very personalized, and very community oriented, relational, and daily. I mean, Monday through Friday, if a person is seeking that much treatment. Well, this is a great conversation, and it really underscores what's available for folks in our community, and its effectiveness. Opioid addiction is, of course, extremely serious, dangerous, and as we tragically know, sometimes deadly. But it's not hopeless.
It's not. There's always hope.
And
you just gotta reach out and ask for it, and we'd be happy to help you.
As you rightly pointed out, people don't want to be addicted to heroin or any opioid or any substance for that matter, and yet, of course, so many are. What do you think it is that gets in the way of the person struggling with an addiction, hating it, and not reaching out for the help that's available?
Be a lot of, it could be a financial thing, it could be a location, not able to get to a clinic. There's could be a lot of different things, there's barriers, that's for sure. Yeah,
there are a lot of barriers that people face, but what I'm hearing from you and others is, some of those barriers are smaller than they might appear.
Right.
There's help available. There's help available promptly. There's help available that will work with the person where they are.
Right.
And as you said,
we have case management that can reach out to people, and get them in and get them seen and get them linked with any service that they need.
There's ways to overcome whatever it is that
there is. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that the staff around here go above and beyond, and that there is a high commitment.
Earlier, you mentioned, Laurie, that one of your favorite parts of your job is working with folks with medication-assisted treatment, et cetera. Say more about that. What is it that really makes that something of a passion for you?
I guess because you see somebody, they're just hurting so bad, but then when you get to know them and you get to see them start to, they got a little light in their face, a little sparkle in their eye, and then they just become human again, when they carry on a conversation and they tell you, silly, funny things, and I love hearing that, but I'm pretty off the wall myself. And I feel like I have a good rapport with these people. I just, feel like, and I don't judge, because, who am I to judge? I'm nobody. So I just enjoy them.
I think that, which I hear from you, the sense that it's more than just providing treatment. Yeah, it is that, and it's good treatment and effective treatment, but there's a connection there. There's a compassion.
Connection, you know, because I mean, how can you not connect with somebody who's bearing their soul to you? You know, I've sat here and I've cried with my people because it's like, I can't believe you know, that happened.
Yeah. Folks that have struggled with this, if they can take that first step and reach out, they're going to find help, treatment that works, but also people that care. And,
I guess my biggest fault is I care.
well, if that's your biggest fault, Laurie, you're doing pretty well. Let me put myself back in that place, just to sort of identify with somebody who, again, may be really struggling. The opportunity is there for me to call, make an appointment, or even just walk in and get the help. But I'm still struggling because, as we know, this is a big step. Yeah. If you had the opportunity to talk to that person who hasn't quite yet made that step, what would you say to me if I were in that place of struggle and trying to decide whether I should go ahead and go for it?
Well, I usually tell them, you know, I know you're on the fence about it, but, you know, you could try it, you know, and if it works for you, then good. If it doesn't, then, you know, we don't have to, you know, we can go to something else, you know. I mean, it's just kind of like, I don't try to push it on because it can't be my decision, it has to be theirs. So, I mean, I just kind of leave it out there like, you know, you have the option. If you want to try it, I'm here.
Yeah, like you said, and if I try it and I'm not happy with it, well, you know, I'm not signing up for something that I can't get out of again. So
right.
Why not, right? What I'm doing right now is not working.
Exactly.
In that case,
you know,
right?
Just got to take that first step. You know, that first step is a doozy, but it'll be the best step you ever took.
Yeah, it won't be a step that you'll look back and regret.
Right, exactly.
Perhaps wish you'd taken it early. If you were talking to somebody again right now who's really in the throes of all of the pain and the struggle of addiction, what would you want to look them in the eyes and say to them?
We're here. You need to come and you need to see us. And we will help you. We will take care of you. We will get through this together.
That's nicely said. Yeah, very good. Thank you, Laurie, so much for for being a part of this video, but even more for the work that you and the others there at the Resource Center do to serve our community. What a resource, indeed, the Resource Center is in our communities.
We just want to help people make their lives better.
Yes. Well, I want to again thank Laurie and all the staff at the Resource Center for the excellent work that they do and have been doing for years here in our county. They are a valued partner in our work to address addiction in Chautauqua County. And as we heard, are providing services that are available, that are effective, and that are compassionate. We'll leave contact information for the Resource Center in the notes along with this video. Well, thanks to all of you for viewing this latest installment of Let's Heal Together, Conversations to Combat Addiction. Stay well, everyone.